What's up, collective? I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm coming through with a collective message here. I am tapping into the dark goddess arena, the dark divine feminine energy here, as I am picking up on some anger in this collective, where we're angry because our caring and our nurturing energy was taken for granted. It wasn't appreciated. It was also disrespected, and so forth and so on. There's this energy of anger for wanting to nurture and to pour into something, but then the person, or whatever we're pouring our nurturing energy into, it wasn't growing. It wasn't producing results fast enough. Like, for an example, you have a friend that is in need, and you know exactly what to do to get her to, getting herself together, right? You pour all of your energy into her, and she's choosing to self-sabotage. She's choosing not to grow. There's anger there, right? And it seems like there's this internalized anger where when we didn't allow our emotions to filter, to process, or whatever, when we didn't allow ourselves to filter through our emotions, to process our emotions, we internalize the anger that we felt against the other person, party, or place, or whatever. And we ended up holding all of this anger in, which stopped us from acting on the nurturing instinct within us, if that makes sense. So like, it's like we're harboring anger. And whenever we go do something, let's say if we want to do something for ourselves, or if we want to nurture another person, right? There's this block. It's like there's this giant wall, this giant blockage that gets in the way of us actually taking action from the space of nurturing. It makes us not want to nurture or to pour into anything. So it looks like this blockage, this wound, is being removed, so you can actually get comfortable with nurturing and pouring into, and you can actually get comfortable with the full process of giving and receiving. So I do want to pull a few cards, and I want to see what the dark divine feminine has for us. I pulled on Kali, Lilith, Persephone, Hecate, Medusa. I know there's a lot of other strong feminine goddesses and spirits in this collective as well. That's front and center. So let's see what we got. And I did say my prayers off of screen, if anyone's ever wondering. So we have self-worth. We have the warrior. Okay. We have the grove. Okay, we have congratulations. And if you guys want to know what this deck is, this is the House of Night deck. It's based off of a wonderful book series about Nyx. It's much more to it. I don't want to like spoil it, but it has like vampires, different types of creatures, demons and angels and shit. But it's so freaking amazing. So freaking amazing. So good. It's called The House of Night. I think it's like, what, 8 books or more? But I read it as a teen, and I still love it till this day. And this entire deck is based off of the book. Like, there's even a Stevie Ray's card in here. But I love that series. Let's see, I'm going to shuffle this here one more time. I haven't touched this deck in forever. And this is going to be my clarifier deck here. This is the, what deck is this? Let me see. Where's my book? This is the Ethereal Visions Tarot. And this is the Luna edition by Matt Hughes, if you guys are ever wondering. So, okay, let's go ahead and get into the reading. So we have self-worth, warrior, success, grove, and then conclusion. So it looks like you guys have reached the end of the cycle. Like, you guys had to learn how to maintain your self-worth. I don't know, sorry. I feel like they are telling me we need the this rose quartz here and some like aventurine and bloodstone. I believe that's a bloodstone. No, this is moss agate. Okay, but these crystals need to be here, they're telling me. Okay, so we have self-worth, warrior, and then success. So it does look like you guys have reached the end of a chapter. You guys have completed this cycle revolving around self-worth, right? You guys had to fight for your love. I don't know if you guys ever seen that Keanu Reeves clip when he was with Drew Barrymore, where Drew Barrymore was like, I'm a lover, not a fighter. And Keanu was like, you have to be a fighter if you're a lover, because you have to know what it is that you're trying to protect, or something like that. You have to protect your love, collective. You have to protect the nurturing energy that you give. You've learned that if you give to the point of depletion, you have nothing else to give for yourself. So you have to learn when to draw back. You have to know how to trust your instincts. I feel like with this collective, you guys know when to pull back. You guys know how to scale someone's behavior and their mindset to see if, you know, they are receptive of your love, if they are taking your love and creating something beautiful with it, if they're taking your advice and creating something beautiful with it. You'll kind of notice when people want to use you. It's like people want to holler, people want to scream, people want to, you know, say, I need help, just to put a temporary band-aid on whatever it is that they got going on, but they're not taking care of the root of the situation, which is, you know, their lack consciousness or their need to actually learn the lesson and complete the cycle that they're in to get themselves out of whatever continuous pattern that is keeping them stuck, right? So when you see stuff like that, that's an indicator of, hey, let me go ahead and pull back and withdraw my energy. There's also this like sense of sadness that one may feel when they're recognizing that, you know, someone just don't get it, right? It's like, damn, this person just doesn't get it. They're not doing the work. They're not trying to surpass their limits. If you're a Black Clover fan, they're not trying to do better for themselves. I cannot continuously let this energy exist inside of my reality, exist inside of my world. Therefore, I'm just gonna have to dip out. I'm just gonna have to say goodbye. It's okay, collective, to leave people behind, which I'm pretty sure you're realizing as you reflect on the end of this cycle. Like, it's okay to leave people behind. I feel like a lot of you guys may have, you know, some abandonment wounds here, where you feel like when you were in your time of need, you were abandoned by, you know, the people that you relied on most, the people that you loved most. And so there's some apprehension from leaving people behind when they're at their need, right? I want you to understand that there is a difference. There's a difference. You are actually genuinely in need of help, in need of love, and that is most likely a reflection of selfishness on another person's part, right? And then for some of you, some people were exactly where you're at now, where they're like, okay, you're not hearing me, you're going through the same cycles, you have to learn on your own, so I'm gonna have to support you while I let you fail or let you learn your lesson in this area. That's not abandonment either, okay? That's not abandonment. But people leaving you in your time of need, that is abandonment, and that is based off of selfishness. I just want to make those two distinctions. So when you are recognizing that someone is, sorry for the noise outside, guys, but when you are recognizing that someone is purposefully making the wrong choices, it's kind of like they get stubborn, like, how dare you tell me what to do? Or they may judge you and may think that you're not in the right position to give advice or to help. So they judge you and do the exact opposite and get themselves in a mess that they really can't come out of because of their own wounded ego. There's, it's definitely okay to leave those people behind. You know, it's definitely okay to let go, because they're not seeing you in all your glory, and they're also not respecting you and what it is that you're trying to give, what it is that you're bringing to the table, and how you are an active guide on earth for them, for their soul. So it's okay to leave those people behind. It's not abandonment. You're not really, is it abandonment? I want to say, I guess you have to, yeah. I guess you have to be okay with abandoning people at the end of the fucking day. Excuse me. I had to really process my thinking on that, because I'm still working through, you know, these wounds myself, right? And I'm thinking like, is it abandonment? Isn't it okay to give up? Isn't it okay to like really release the burden on yourself when someone just doesn't really want to change, when someone doesn't really want to do what's best for them? Yes, it is okay to leave. It's okay to go, because they're going to drag you down. And a lot of my struggles with individuals like this collective came from not learning when to let go, not letting go, still holding out for them, right? Like, oh, they're not doing better, they're not doing better, they're not doing great, they're not doing great, they're not doing great. They're gonna get it, they're gonna get it, they're gonna get it. And it was this consistent teeter-tottering, and then you're exhausted because you're continuously putting in the work, and you're like managing this person's mind and their heart and their emotions to keep them steady. It's exhausting. So when you see that someone doesn't want to help themselves, don't put in the energy. Match that. It's about alignment. Think about it from an alignment perspective. Sorry, I had to really remind myself of these things. So abandonment is okay. Letting go is okay. Leaving people behind when they don't want to grow with you is okay, because your growth is important too, right? So all in all, it looks like this collective really had to learn how to love themselves and to really tend to their garden, really tend to what makes them feel good, to not give outside of themselves. So it looks like after this completion of this cycle, you are going to be called to go into some type of hermit mode and reflection to really finish it off. Like you pass the finish line. Now it's time for you to do the refreshments. Like you just ran a long 3-year race and it's time for you to refresh yourself. Alrighty, go lay in bed, take a nice nap, sleep longer than you really are used to. Feed yourself happiness, feed yourself good things, indulge in the things that are creative towards you. Drink plenty of water, replenish yourself. How do you care for yourself, right? So for a lot of you guys, if you are so used to giving your nurturing care and energy to everybody else, now that you're out of this cycle, because this has been holding you back, you haven't really been nurturing yourself or others properly. It's been skewed, it's been choppy, it's been on and off because you've had all of this anger that you've needed to release. Now that you've released that, you crossed that finish line, now it's time for you to start really thinking about, how does it feel if I nurture myself? How does it feel if I decide to do this? How does it feel to choose me at all times? How does it feel to put my focus on what will make me happy? And see if you can take little itty bitty steps every day to go in that direction. Like, you know, for an example, I've been so used to taking care of everybody else that I forgot what a nighttime facial care routine, because I was so obsessive with my face as a kid. Like I had like acne issues growing up, and I didn't know it was because I was stressed and I was hormonal, and I can't eat dairy. Dairy makes me break out, right? So I had real bad acne, and as a kid, as a teenager into my young adulthood, I was always adamant on taking care of my face, making sure my skin is smooth, eating healthier foods, taking care of my body, taking care of my health. But as I started meeting people and letting everybody in my energy, and when everybody was crying and they were in need, they needed to vent, or they didn't know what to do, or you know, they just needed a shoulder to cry on, I was there for everybody. So I had all of this energy going to everybody else, giving my nurturing care to everybody while I put myself on the back burner. It's okay if you come over. I can do this tomorrow, knowing tomorrow is going to be a different day, and I may not have the time tomorrow to do it because every day is different, right? So I got used to putting myself on the back burner, and now I'm here. I don't have an exhausting work life anymore, because at one of my jobs, I work 7 days a week, 14 hours a day. I kid you not, guys. I was the only person in that office, because the boss that I had, he didn't know how to really run a business and keep it good for the employees. So a lot of our employees had left, and it was just me. And my boss, I liked my boss. He actually paid for my car to get it out of repo. Of course, he let me pay it off, and I had to stay at the job till I paid it off. But still, I appreciated the kindness out of his heart space, so I didn't leave like everybody else did. I stayed, and Spirit told me to stay anyway. Like, I had a dream like a year prior that told me stay. So I did. But I worked 7 days a week, 14 hours a day for that man from 7 o'clock a.m. all the way till 8 o'clock p.m. Sunday to Sunday. And yeah, like, I tired myself out. I had no time for myself. I was juggling work life and then, you know, getting my music out the ground. Good money, but at what cost type of deal. So now I'm here. I've left that job. I left that job actually in October of last year, sorry. Now it's to 2026, but yeah, I left that job in October. Now I am I tried to get another job at another small company, but just a lot of things of the same caliber, you know, kept happening. And yeah, sometimes when women are in positions of power and they don't take care of themselves, they're too much into their masculine energy, they can become very domineering, and there's power struggles. And that's kind of what I went through, because I'm an independent thinker and feeler. And I was an anomaly in my boss's life because I didn't give in to the reality and the projections and, you know, the BS that she was trying to spew and get everyone to believe about life itself. I was just independent from that. So when she realized that, oh, I have my own inner justice system that I follow and I'm not, you know, coming after her, the bullying started. And I'm like, it's crazy that I'm being bullied by like a 70-year-old woman. It's insane. But those women were a reflection of what it looks like when someone doesn't tend to their needs. They don't adhere to their own boundaries. They don't say no when they don't want to do something. They're yes women. It's like that was a reflection of the dark feminine energy, you know, within the shadow living throughout the feminine energy. It's interesting to see. But now I'm here because I left that job as well. I stayed there for like a month and a half, full month and a half, and I left. And now I'm here by myself, making my ends meet in another way. But I'm not in a 9-to-5. I'm not on someone else's dime. I'm on my own dime, and I get to take care of myself. I get to pour back into me. Now I have all this freaking time to dictate my schedule and my energy, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So it's kind of cool when you get to this space where you're no longer tending to everybody else's needs more than you tend to your own. You have to love yourself first in order to love another, and now we get to do this the right way. So let's see what other messages we have here. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. Oh, these are flipping, man. The Queen of Swords. Wow, you see how quick these guys are flipping? Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and I kind of want, there we go, one more. Okay, collective. So we have the Page of Pentacles with the Six of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like this is you guys embarking on a new journey. It looks like you guys have reflected on the past. You kind of figured out where your boundaries needed to lie. It looks like you guys have understood your no's, like what I don't want, what I don't like, what I don't deserve, what I don't need. Like you understood that. And I do feel my throat chakra kind of tingling and pulsating as I say that. So it does look like you guys have had a massive throat chakra upgrade. And then with the smoke here, I feel like the smoke is how easily it is for you guys to speak up for yourself and to speak up for your boundaries. Now, this is my left side, this is my right side. When your feminine energy is telling you what it needs in order to take care of itself, you're going to feel that filter over into the right side, into the masculine, right? And for those of you guys who are my clear feelers and your biggest intuitive gift is feeling, you're going to feel the shift between your masculine and your feminine energy. You're going to feel the shift between your feelings and somebody else's feelings, and where they sit and where the frequency resonates within your body. So as you recognize what it is that you need to take care of yourself, you're going to feel that energy move over into this like shoulder area here, where now your fate, your world, it's upon your own shoulders, and now you have to act from that space. You have to take action. So as you become more present with what it is that you need for yourself to survive, to feel loved, to feel cared for, something that this Cancer full moon has really shown us, now you get to move forward on that. You're going to feel the resonance within your chest, within your heart space, within your heart chakra. You're going to notice like, oh, I need something. I need this in order to feel happy. When you have a thought about something that you want to do, you're going to feel how happy it makes you feel. And that is your green light to go straight towards it, to tackle that task, to tackle that reality, to tackle that manifestation, and to start and to go and to move. This is the right time to take impulsive action on everything that comes to mind in regards to what it is that you want, what's going to make you successful, and also what's going to make you feel good, and what's going to make, you know, reality feel easy for you. You want reality to be okay. Like, how do I say that? Of course, you can't control external reality. Of course, you can't control what goes on outside of you, right? But you want to make sure that if you choose the people that you hang out with, that they're easy on the mind, that they feel good to conversate with and to connect with you. You want to make sure that you do that. So when you enter people outside in the world that are not a reflection of it, and you know they're kind of lower vibrational on that scale, you can say, this is an anomaly in my reality. This is not what I want to see. This is not what I want to involve myself in. And I'm going to go ahead and let this go. I'm going to abandon, you know, this offer here. Because you're going to receive a lot of offers here with this Page of Pentacles. You're going to receive a lot of offers. A lot of people are going to want to get to know you or walk into your life, because it's like you awaken this familiar dream or sense or feeling within them, and they want that feeling. However, a lot of people are not independent enough to set their sights on obtaining that for themselves. So what they go do is they go to someone who has that feeling, and they drain them of that. Emotional energy and emotional boundaries is really important. And in order for you to maintain your emotional boundaries, you have to be very strict with what it is that you allow with this Queen of Swords energy. Be very strict. Tell the truth. Honor the truth. Walk in the truth. Be receptive to the truth, so you know exactly what's to do. Because here's the Seven of Swords energy here, this trickster energy, where people want to attack your independence. They want to make you codependent, or they want to become codependent on you, because again, you remind them of a dream, of a feeling, of a habit, of something that they want. They have to be independent on their own to go get what it is that they need, right? You have the Ten of Cups coming up very quickly for you guys. This new journey into your independence and tending to your needs is actually going to be the missing puzzle piece that you need in order to feel this wish fulfillment. See, you can have so many things coming to you from the external that's a reflection of your manifestations, but your ability to receive has been cut off because of that nurturing wound, that mother wound, that feminine wound that you have within you that says, last time I gave my all to this person, that person, this is what happened. So I don't want to fucking deal with this anymore. That anger has been internalized, and it's keeping you from this divine exchange between you, your manifestations, and the universe. Now your, receiving receptors are open, because now you recognize that all I had was that anger, and now that anger, can be let go of. You can let go of that anger and just be. Right now you are at this newness where you can control what it is that you give your energy to. You can control what it is that you allow in your space. And you have this warrior energy here where you don't have to worry. I feel like some of you guys may worry that you may be a pushover again, or you may be a sucker, but nah, you've adopted this Queen of Swords mentality, and you've learned also how to hold on to your anger and allow your anger to tell you where your boundaries are crossed. I think the ignoring of your anger and the suppression of your anger is probably what kept you into this energy of not receiving. So now that because you were blocking off your own like receptors for yourself. You were not receiving how you felt. You were not receiving what was making you upset. You were not receiving what was telling you that this is not going to work. This is not great for you. Now that you're able to let that anger go, and that anger has, you know, been released, now you know, and you're in this Queen of Swords energy where it'll never happen again. So just make sure you bank on yourself, and you count on yourself, and you trust yourself to do the very best for yourself and another. Let me put these back. I am definitely one of those people that if I have a bunch of cards falling out, I can't do that. I'm gonna get confused because I'm like, what's the message? Okay. Too many cards. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I guess I'm just gonna take what you give me. So we have the High Priestess, we have the Five of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Wands up top, and on the bottom we have Strength and the Knight of Wands. So yeah, remember how I was saying you guys know all of this knowledge, all of this information, all of this wisdom that you guys have gathered from your past pain, it is now embedded into the depths of your mind and into your heart space. So it's like now you have a new phase of pattern recognition. So it's like when people come in and they try to mess with you, they try to attack your peace, they try to take something from you, you know exactly what's to do to like get them away from you. You know exactly what it is that you need to do to get yourself out of that, right? I'll give you guys like a cool example. So another one of my gifts is I can see the truth in timelines through dream space. So there was a guy that I had dated a few years ago for like a few months, and that guy was just not okay. He was very rude. He was very demeaning. He was very egotistical, and he just had a strong dislike for me because to him, I was everything that he wasn't. Like, he was a Leo, and you know how sometimes Leos can be a bit dramatic, right? So this man, instead of taking action to get himself out of the rut that he was in, he just threw his anger at everybody. And because he threw his anger at everybody, karma was coming back to beat his ass. Karma was giving him like the 2 to 3 piece combo every day because he wasn't getting it, that this is happening for you. This is not happening to you, it's happening for you. And I want you to I need to strip you of your material possessions because something deeper is trying to come in for you. A deeper meaning of life is trying to emerge from you. A deeper sense of happiness is going to try to emerge for you. Tried to tell him that, but he lashed out at his sister. Like he was just that type of person. So when he hit rock bottom, he ended up dating, you know, like he ended up kind of cheating on me earlier on in the relationship. And once I picked it up in dream space, I left. It took me a while to really let it settle in that that's what was happening because I was nothing but good to him. But by then, like, my self-esteem was hit so low because of what he was saying to me. So I didn't really believe it at first. I thought that there was something completely different. That like I thought everything that he hated about me was what made him not love me, but in reality that's not the case, and I know that now. So fast forward, you know, 3 years, he pops up in my dreams, and he's like coming to me, telling me about like how he's sorry, all of this shit, and I'm over here like I'm in love with someone else. I am already involved with somebody, and he was just, I'm not gonna leave. I am not gonna leave. I'm gonna stay right here. And that was the end of the dream. Then he comes back around for a second dream. But in the second dream, the girl that he was dating at this time, and I didn't know he was dating anyone, but I remember the girl's face, like she popped up and she was like, hey, I want to really come and tell you that Elijah, that's the guy's name, Elijah is about to leave me. And he told me that he's going to put our relationship on a pause. And he's going to come back because he really needs to go back to you and see if he can, you know, rehash some pain that he had from that relationship. And in the spirit world, you can pick up on things really quickly, to be honest. Or in the astral realm, you can pick up things pretty quickly. So I explained it to the girl, and I was like, well, you deserve so much better, my love. Like, don't ever let a man place you to the side for another woman, like, you need to go leave him. Because ain't no way a man is gonna sit up here and tell me that he needs to go rehash something with another woman and go figure his mind out and keep me on the back burner. So if it don't work out, I'm here. Like, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. So, you know, after she came and told me that, I'm watching myself in another timeline have fun with friends, going on trips, and he's in the background of every single shot, right? So when I woke up, I was thinking about it, and I said, he's going to try to interfere with my current partnership that I'm trying to build. He's going to try to stalk me, and he's being mean to a whole nother woman. Like, absolutely not. I'm not gonna deal with that. So I started to look, and I said, how is he able to find me? How is he able to talk to me? What mode of communication is there? Because I know I blocked him on my cell phone, and I know that I have another account of his blocked too. So I go snooping on Instagram and Facebook and notes, and I see that he has another account, which I knew, but I didn't block that other account. So I went and I blocked all accounts. I blocked every single method of communication, and the only way that this man could probably get to me is through another person's cell phone, or if he gets another phone number at this point, or makes another Instagram account. So, you know, with that being said, collective, when you get the messages to not deal with somebody, don't deal with them. Don't second guess. Take action right away, because you can save yourself a lot of heartache and pain and unnecessary, you know, emotional strain by like deading people off. Another girl that I let move into my house, she sought me out, thought we were cool, all that. We went out to a concert together. That night I got back home from the concert, I had a dream that she was going to hold me back from my biggest dream and my biggest aspiration. Like, she was going to take me off the timeline. I got cocky and egotistical, and I was like, I can't leave her like that. The wounded feminine, right? I can't just abandon her. That's so mean. I got this. If I notice that she's going to hold me back, I'm going to put a dent in it. Hell no. For about a year, she put me through hell. Let her move in, and she put me through hell. I should have listened to my intuition. When my dream told me what was going to happen, yeah, listen. Honestly, a lot of the times when people are going to do me dirty, I have dreams about it. And for a while, I second guessed it. Now I'm like on this track record of just taking action, not looking back, taking action, and not really giving a fuck. Excuse my French. So listen to your intuition, because this is like you walking away, and this person is like, dang, I had all these things that I wanted to say and do to this person. I really wanted to come after this person and create a lot of, you know, disharmony and stress in their mind. This is you picking it up. This is you walking away. And this is that person and their stupid attempts to really mess with your mind failing. Alrighty? And when you listen to your intuition, it's like it's not even bypassing. Like, you avoid a situation that doesn't even need to show up in your reality. And it puts you up, like, I can't stand saying this way, but this is how they're telling me, like, spiritual rank. But I feel like this is for yourself. Like, the more you honor your intuition, the more it grows. The more you listen to your intuition, the more it expands, and it's able to guide you throughout your life. It's able to help you take care of yourself. So with that ability to like really listen to your intuition, it's like you're able to move towards your goals and your desired realities a lot faster. These people are trying to distract you and take you off your path, right? So you really want to make sure that you listen to your intuition from this point forward, and you don't let people use you as a scapegoat. I felt it's like people want to use you as a scapegoat for their misery that they created for themselves. They see your worth, they see your value. And that friend that was trying to take me away from my goals and aspirations, she lacked finances and she lacked money. So she did use me, and she tried to use me for my money for a long time, and it didn't work because I ended up having boundaries. I ended up putting my foot down when I got completely sick. So these people will use you as a scapegoat. She had a poor money mindset, and she used people for their money, and that's why she never had any money. So she wanted to use me as a scapegoat to richness, because I do have a rich spirit, I do have a rich energy, and I'm actually able to manifest money. So she wanted to use me as a scapegoat to get to that reality where she can have all this money while simultaneously tearing me down. You need to stay away from people like that, because they will do just that. Let's see what else. You guys have anything else for this collective? Give me one card to start, please. Okay. We have the Four of Swords. Oops. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords down here, the Ten of Swords. Okay, so this is a lot of energies surrounding the mind space. Let's see. Okay. Conflict. It's conflict energy, yeah. So collective, rest, because you just fought a strenuous mental battle. You fought for your feminine energy, y'all. You fought for your right to nurture, your right to feel good, your right to love, your right to receive love, your right to see love in your external reality. Like, you fought for that. It's time to rest. It's time to rest your mind. You don't have to worry about nothing else coming in. I feel like your mind spaces are emptied at this point. And now it's just time for you to sleep soundly. This Cancer full moon ripped the root ripped the root out when it came to our parents. Now we get to just rest and just be at peace within ourselves. Now this new mindset is emerging, and now it's like you have your second wind, and now you're like, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight for what it is that I want. I'm ready to fight for what it is that I want in my life. I'm ready to get back up on my high horse and keep moving, and to really, I'm gonna leave that there in case you're looking. I'm ready to really obtain what it is that I want. I'm ready to nurture myself. I'm ready to live a life that is based off of what I want for myself. And I also want to have people in my life that can give and receive love as equally as I can as well, because you want people to receive the love that you have to give. You don't want people that just take without giving nothing. I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm thinking to myself, is that really them really receiving it and, you know, being gratitudinal? No, it's just a band-aid. It's just a band-aid. So you want people that are grateful. Alrighty, collective. I feel like this is going to be, how many minutes? We're about 40 minutes in. I feel like my readings are definitely lengthy. So I'm going to finish our reading off today. Where is my, there's my Kali guidance deck. Sorry guys, give me one moment. I'm gonna give us, oh, it's all coming down. Wow. You guys didn't hear that. So I'm gonna give us a card from the Kali Oracle deck, and I'm going to see what really speaks to us in the guidebook. Let's see. I guess we got two cards. Okay. So we have the Bavartarini and the Bhadrakali. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Put this right here. So we got two cards, and I love it. 4414. So you may be seeing 444. You may be seeing 14, which 14 is that number that reminds us that we are looking at the world with a fresh set of new eyes, right? Which is why we saw that Ace of Swords. Our perception has changed after we gotten out of a cycle, which 13 is about the death, the ending of a cycle. It's also the number of, you know, the divine feminine. 30, 31, or yeah, 13, 31, they're numbers of the divine feminine. Think about October 13th and how spooky it's supposed to be, when really 13 is just a number of the divine feminine and we're supposed to honor it, but whatever. So 14 is seeing the world from a new set of eyes after letting go of all of this energy that's been stuck in your psyche and your emotional body. So now that you've integrated these emotions, now that you've processed reality and the truth of everything that you've been going through in this cycle, now you're open to seeing the world with a different set of eyes, with a new set of sword skills. Now you know how to fight. So now you got to move forward within this new reality, protecting the knowledge and the wisdom that you've just gained. Okay, so let's go to the Baba Tarini. I love this deck of cards. It's so sacred to me. And I love Kali too. Krishna. Okay, here we go. Am I here yet? Alrighty. The Tantric priestess of karmic release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. This is that mother wound, guys. This is the mother wound where we give past our limits, okay? When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. Okay? Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time. No matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentled. You shall emerge unharmed. So I'm also getting to, collective, it's a good time to just start pouring into yourself unapologetically. Give to yourself first. If you don't want to answer that phone call, don't answer that phone call. Call them back whenever you're ready, even if it's 3 days from now. Give yourself grace. Give yourself the ability to not show up for somebody for once. Give yourself the ability to be human. Give yourself the ability to be unorthodox. Give yourself the ability to just be different. Like, just love yourself and do things that are in alignment with you. March to the beat of your own drum. There's something about glamour magic I'm picking up. So definitely do a glamour magic spell on yourself where you just see yourself as the most beautiful thing. And if you guys want like a tutorial, let me know, or I would love to do this. And if I got like 20 people, 10 to 20 people that comment that they actually want to do this, no matter what day it is, because this is timeless, I would love to do a live on TikTok or just on YouTube in general, where, you know, we do a little ritual for, you know, like a glamour spell for self-love. Like, I set the fires, I light the candles, I'll do the setup, and then you guys just give me your names and what you want me to write on a piece of paper. I'll write a sigil on it, and then we burn it. And then you just open your energy to receive the healing energy and the knowledge that you need to know to allow this glamour and this self-love to like settle into your being and into your physical life. Okay, let me know if that's what you guys want to do. So yeah, now we know we're releasing this energy where we give without receiving, where we give past our limits. Now it's time that we give to ourselves and we receive the love, and we're not angry anymore when we give to ourselves, because that taints the energy of self-love. Is when we have all that anger at everybody else for what it is that we've given. It's like we're mad at the fact that we give, and we may feel like it's not enough when that's not it. It's more than enough. It's just people are ungrateful. They don't know how to change their life themselves. They don't know how to appreciate it. So it's important that we still show up for ourselves at the end of the day, even when, it's important that we show up for ourselves at the end of the day, even when other people don't appreciate and show up for us, okay? So next we have the Bhadrakali, and she says, our wild divine mother knows when to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberates us from fear. Though you may have faced much struggle and challenge on your path, though it may seem only the most powerful intensity could stem the tide of negativity, the dark mother of grace will conquer the obstacles to your freedom with gentleness. She manifests herself now as Bhadra the gentle. She will calm the waves of emotion, eradicate doubt and despair, and provide safe and graceful passage through all difficulties. It says here, she is the Kalyani who gives peace and happiness. She is the giver of windfalls and blessings. She appears when a gentle way will best accomplish what is needed. Sometimes we are drawn to Kali because we need her ferocity. Sometimes what we learn as we connect with her is that we deserve tenderness, sweetness, and gentleness, and that we have been far too hard on ourselves for far too long. She reminds us that we are strong enough to be gentle with ourselves. If we have been subconsciously sabotaging ourselves, she softly, deftly breaks the pattern. We no longer need to engage in unnecessary drama under a mistaken notion that it is necessary for growth. Sometimes the growth is in choosing to cultivate and apply the kindness, strength, and wisdom needed to disentangle and disengage from drama, period. Remember that energy where I told you how people will try to come in and get you caught up in their schemes. They'll try to, get you caught up in their drama, put these little things in your mind to use you as a scapegoat from, their pain. It's like, I see this person who's doing good. Let me go create drama with this person because I want to taint their aura and make them feel like they're not as good as they are. Like they provoke a reaction out of you to take you out of your goodness, so then they can bash you for coming out of character, which is something that they created, right? Listening to your intuition when you feel like this is not a good person to be around is important. Listen to your dreams, listen to your feelings, listen to the things that you hear, the thoughts that you pick up, listen to all of that, because you don't have to go through those things in order to grow. You don't need to take on that lesson. Sometimes there's this notion in the spiritual community that you have to entertain people for further growth. You really don't. You really don't. You really don't. You don't have to take on unnecessary contracts. I feel like this message with this card was also telling you, yes, confirmation, like, yes, love yourself and tend to your garden after this rough period. And you don't need anybody else's permission to do it from this point forward either. Do something for yourself simply because you love it, because it makes you feel good, because it aids to your beauty, to your softness, to your gentleness, to the way that you show up in your feminine energy. You don't need no permission to love on yourself, right? Like, I may not have, I don't want to say it like this, but my finances may be limited for now because they're changing. But I'm always going to make sure that I get my nails done. I'm always going to make sure that I get my lashes done. I'm always going to make sure that I feel nice and cute and pretty, because that's softness to me. That's taking care of myself for me. I know that at the end of the day, if all else is failing, I still feel good on the inside. I still look good. That's important to me and my feminine energy. I don't want to look busted like what I go through, Me being pretty and me looking soft, me looking pristine is what, makes me feel like, you know what, I'm loved. I'm loving on myself. The universe loves me. This is just a small obstacle. I'm still good. But that's just my thought process. Take care of yourself no matter what happens, okay, collective? So I hope this message finds you well. I hope you guys enjoyed sitting here and chilling with me. And yeah, I love you. Mwah. Till next time.